Good morning, everyone. 3:37 in the morning, another very, very long stream, and the update is finally here. We've completely renovated the police station, complete with booking area, holding cells, armory, and so much more. So that wraps up Police Week 2025. Let's go in game and explore everything inside of the new police station. So, take a look at the building, and seems to be, from the exterior, a hybrid between the 2021 design and the 2023 police station. We've got elements of both, but I definitely like the brickwork. I think it's a lot more simple of a design, in my opinion. I think that works out really, really well. So we're going to do basically just a quick tour from the entrance and kind of go all the way through the building, take a look at everything there is. Of course, they've still got the swinging doors, which is nice. Yeah, definitely glad they kept that. A lot of new models, like we've got some CCTV cameras. I don't think this is new models though, but we've got like plant pots, nice chairs over here. We've got some pictures on the walls as well. We've got some interesting things to show about those later on. Also, I will say the map's been updated. It's very green now, because obviously they've got the new police station on the map. But yeah, the map is very green. Each time they render this map, it's a different color, and now it's very, very green. Either way, as you can see, we've got 2 stories. We've got a bit of a balcony up there. We've got the front desk over here, which is really nice. Public assistance and the rewards office, or the records. Sorry, it's 3 a.m. I'm having trouble reading. We've got an information board over here. Got a keypad there, I guess, just to simulate the fact that this would be a group locked or a team locked door. And then we've got a nice vending machine in the corner. 2 Block-C vending machines. The first time I'm seeing these in game, which is cool. I suppose we'll start on the ground floor and then we'll head up to the upper floors in a bit. We'll head over to the briefing room first of all. So you can kind of see this is exactly where it was on the old police station, but it's changed a bit. It feels like a very different room. We've got nice panels in the ceiling. There just feels to be a lot more detail in this room here. I really like this, papers scattered about the place. Got a coffee machine over here in the corner. The thing I'm most proud about this building is this photo right here. Picture we took in open world a year, was it last summer, I think? So yeah, pretty cool to have that framed on the wall in the new police station. We've just got a picture of the Murder Mystery event. Over here we've got an information board and shift assignments. We also do have a fire alarm, which is, I guess, a cool thing to add. So that's nice for realism, I suppose. So either way, there is a new briefing room. Overall, I think it's definitely a step up in quality. I'm not sure about the logo and the text on here. I think that would probably be better left clear. But apart from that, no complaints about this room whatsoever. Now move back here into a corridor where we've got the armory and locker room over here and dispatch and garage over here. So we'll go over here first of all. Right, so this is the armory / locker room. Now, I think my one complaint about this is the fact that you can see it from the front. Like, if you go out these doors, you can see very clearly into the locker room. So, a bit of privacy issues there. But apart from that, like, look at the detail we've got here. So, you can go over to the armory, and instead of just, being 2 different lockers, one for uniforms and one for guns, you can actually go up to this desk and grab your guns from here. So, we'll just grab the pistol, for example, and there you go. Really, really cool. A lot more realistic. We can go inside here as well. Really nicely detailed. We've got gun racks at the back, and then you can access the armory from back here as well. Overall, there's just so much more detail. A lot more stuff has been modeled with this, and you can just see that everything, there's a lot more attention to detail in everything in here. And we've got some lockers over here as well. Again, look at this. So cool that it's just some of them are hanging open and you can just go in and customize. Really nice anyways. So I really like this locker room design. I like the new lockers, so much more realistic. This is where we can fill our ammo over there in the corner. And then we've got a door out to the side and another door out to where you can spawn a car. So the car spawn area has remained pretty much the exact same as it has before, with 1 or 2 tweaks, which we'll look at in a second. Either way, we move on to the booking rooms, the booking office. We have the return of holding cells, thankfully. They weren't in the most recent police station for some reason, but now they are back and pretty detailed. We've got a bed hanging from the wall, toilet in the corner, and a desk with a chair. So fairly basic, but it does the job for someone staying overnight in a police station, for example. This over here is where I guess you can take their photo, take their mugshot against the wall there, and measure their height. I come in, well, I guess with my hair I'm closer to 6 foot, but without my hair I'm probably closer to 5'5". This is the thing with the new police station. There's so much newly modeled stuff, which does make me very excited. Where on earth did your leg go? We've got some seats over here. You can place down any inmates you brought in, any detainees, I guess. They can be checked in through here. We've got an interrogation room off to the side, and you can actually see through from the hallway, which is pretty cool. I like that. We go back over here. Yeah, got a couple of desks over here where you can do all the booking for anyone you arrest, blah, blah. I assume that's a camera in the corner there. Overall, pretty cool. I like the detail on the floor with like the mud and the stains. Obviously, this is not going to be a very clean room, so I like that. And then over here, we've got the garage, which can be accessed through that hallway or the booking room. And there you go. Look at that animated rolling garage doors there. That is very, very cool. All right, we'll come back to that. We'll showcase that off a bit at the end of the video, but I really like having a proper sally port where you can unload people, and it's a safe environment to do so. You know, this door will close, this door will close. There's nowhere for them to run. Either way, we'll go into this hallway. There's the interrogation room, and over here we've got the dispatch room. As you can see, look at this, how much more detailed it is. They've actually got, you know, proper setups. There's 4 dispatching slots. Now, some people thought they were going to add, you know, proper dispatching. Doesn't seem like any of this is actually functional. Of course, you can still see the body cams and traffic cams through this, but there isn't actually a dispatching system implemented. Either way, much more detailed room. Really do like it. And yeah, it's just even like the details on the floor, the stains. Really nice. Over here, it's the briefing room. We accessed that before. And this is the front desk. We've got a desk over here, I guess for talking to officers or giving paperwork in. Not entirely sure what that would be, but that's useful to have. And then we've got the front desk, public assistance, and the records office for managing that sort of stuff. Really, really nice. Now, that is pretty much a complete tour of the ground floor. Let's make sure that door's closed there. We'll head up to the second floor and just take a quick tour of that. Really glad that they brought this back, though I will touch on that in a bit. We've got a nice chair, memo board, plant in the corner there. And then we have 2 offices, Office 1 and Office 2. Yeah, these could be for higher ranks. These could be for detectives, whatever you'd like, really. Inside each, desk, chair, computer. We've got some shelves over here. Nice plant in the corner. Pretty simple, but it does the job. And then you've got a nice balcony looking over the first floor. I really do like this. Now, something I do want to say about the second floor is, as you can see, none of this area is used. All of this is empty, which means it would be pretty easy to expand it if they wanted to, right? Like, there is a door right here on the corner. They could quite easily make this lead into another room. They could extend this out further, replace one of these offices with a corridor, and add so many different rooms. So I think that's the benefit of this. If they do want to extend this in the future, add more rooms upstairs, then it's very easy for them to do so. But I really like where this is at the moment. Really cool. Glad to have a second floor back. And I think it's a really well laid out station, in all honesty. A few critics I probably have, but yeah, all in all, I think it's a really nice station. Just going to go over here real quick and showcase off the Sally port and how that works. Very similar to the garage doors at the prison, but we'll just do a quick demo, I suppose, with the charger here. This side of the police station does feel very empty, probably due to the lack of windows, but even just adding on 1 or 2 windows there would make that feel pretty nice. So we've got a keypad over here. Press F to open the garage door. That slides open. We can go and park the car in here. Park that in. Wait for the door to close, obviously. I think it's usually like 5 or 7 seconds. That should automatically close. And then we can take anyone out of the back of our car, for example, and load them up into the booking area. There we go. Nice and simple. It's a very big room. Just have 1 or 2 cars in here. But I guess there doesn't really need to be too much in here. And then for this one, there is no keypad. You just approach the door and go straight out and rejoin the road over here. So all in all, I think this is definitely an upgrade from the last police station we had. And I suppose let me know in the comments, compare this to the 2021 police station design. I still think I'm on the fence whether this is better or that was better, but I really like the detail inside. The detail inside definitely is unmatched, especially in the booking area and stuff. Really cool to have newly modeled features, and I think there's just been a lot of work and effort gone into the station, and there is definitely room for expansion. And I definitely like how they expand it over the 2 floors as well. You can see how it isn't even as big as the other one. The other police station extended out a lot more, a lot further, closer to the river and closer to the front parking lot. Right, I'm finding my words are slipping away from me as it gets closer and closer to 4 a.m. So big thank you to everyone who's still awake to help with filming this update video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for all more content to come following all the Police Week updates we have received. Many thanks for all the support on the channel over the last week. It's been truly incredible. Right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.